Now, coming to a more specific question. You are Egyptian, you are also Dutch, but primarily Egyptian. Egypt has a case where we have our top riders living abroad, different countries, and we're trying to come up with a team, gain more mileage, experience, create coordination between the team members as where they depend on each other, not compete against each other, and create that mental fitness. Are there flaws? Do you feel that there are tips that you could say to add to the development of this formula?
That's a very good question, actually. Actually, the first thing that I think it's very, very difficult because every team has a chef d'équipe. And this is a very, very important figure. Like Rob Aarons does not train any of the 4 riders of Holland or the 5 or the 10. He knows who has a good horse because they're all, like you said, professionals or semi-professionals, and they all want to do good by nature. So you gotta come by a rider like Jeroen or Gerco or all the good ones and tell them, you're in the team, prepare the horse the way you want. And that's when you eliminate the competing against each other. So this is something that will have to happen in the future, that you are not the whole summer trying to be, I don't have that case, personally, but because of age. But a lot of the young ones have to compete against each other. And
to get that place in the team.
To get the place in the team, and I think this is the first mistake that happens. I think if we have a very good chef d'équipe, but he lives in Egypt. So this starts with the first problem. So this chef d'équipe has to be more involved in Europe, to be with you on the shows. And he will form his own idea about which horse can do that level and which can't. Then you start getting that part out, which is the elimination part. Because you know 4 months from before you're in the team because you have a good horse. And it's a horse sport. So this will eliminate the elimination part.
Tension.
And then we'll get you as a rider, knowing you're in the team, unless something happens to you or to your horse. But in general, in the earlier days, in the 80s and 90s, you had everybody has to compete in front of each other to get a spot. Now this is very old-fashioned because you can be the best rider in the world and you don't have the right horse, you're out. And this needs a judgment from somebody to do. And I think this is the point with Egypt that we for sure need to get better. Because I'm the one who's asked who is good and who is bad, but I'm the one in the team. So it is not right and not fair for me to be judging these points.
Okay, so you talked about one thing, which is eliminating this feeling of tension and competition and having one of the jobs that the chef d'équipe has to do, which is assign the team, let them work on their own, feel confident that they are in. What else should a good chef d'équipe provide?
Listen, we are very far in Egypt,
Yes.
but we are getting better and better. And
we're able at least to discuss development and try our best to implement it. But
sure.
if we don't have the strategy, there's nothing to implement.
And I believe the strategy is you need people that are working together. Everybody knows his capabilities in that part, and you let everybody do his job in that part. And I think something that will improve us as a nation is Nations Cup. And I came up with this idea 4 or 5 years ago. But as you know, Sam lives in Ireland, me and Abdul are easy, we live in Central Europe. And now you have Talat, who is by Ludger, who is proving that he can also do that.
And also living close.
And also living close, but male is in America, so actually you always come short to have a team. And I think the thing that will make us a team is riding together shows, which is Nations Cup, which is something the Europeans practice in and out the whole year.
Fantastic. So your second point now is, as much as possible, if we, let's say, hypothetically, could convince man to move some of his horses or one of his horses or be based in Europe, that means that you want the team to compete in Nations Cup more often.
I think once a month, if not twice.
Great. That requires another very important thing that we discussed also at the coaching, FEI coaching, is maybe you are in a very apt situation to create and chart a plan. Gentlemen, I am one of the team members. Maybe I've been, there before you. I'm suggesting with the federation, we want this show, that show, and you create, let's say, 6 to 7 events per year, and this would be another requirement for the team member to fulfill.
Yeah, but this is exactly what I did.
Okay.
But if they don't fulfill that because, or they are riding for owners, or they are having other jobs, or they're going to school, you still end up by the same team going together to the championship, but never practice together.
True, but you create also one more thing. We could agree that chaos is the rule, or we have a plan, and if you're not within the plan, this is out of the rule. So create a plan, have a goal, and he who does not comply will be subjected to X, whatever X is.
That's why I say, which is solving this problem. That's why I say, and I talked to our president, Mr. Hatta, and I want him to send me, and this year he did, the rider who won in Egypt was a young boy, and another one which is Mohammed Ziyada, and other boys that are good riders. I want to have not 4 or 5. I think this problem will be solved when you have 8.
Very, very interesting.
And I need the 8 to implement the third.
Where you will have at the end of the year, through the plan, 4.
Yes, exactly.